Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, AmusedJester, and my name is Junior. And we're gonna go ahead and go back to reviewing another one of the G.I. Joe Classified's 1/12 scale figure that came with the Haslab Rattler. This is the pilot, Cobra, Wild Weasel in particular. So there's the front, there's a guy in packaging. So this one has this thing that the Baroness did not have, as I think. And it also has the numbering. Well, that's kind of interesting. Now, it makes me want to look at the old packaging of the Baroness. Oh, I am blind. It did come with it. Yep. Anyway, and here's the back. Oh, so that's why the Baroness comes with a cutoff. So I guess it lines up like so, if you want to do that. Here's the other side of the packaging, and let me go ahead and take it out of the box and we'll take a look at the figure some more. Alright, so we are back and let's take a look at some weird stuff going on over here. So we'll start with a gun because it's easy to figure it out. The gun, as you can see, is just plain black plastic, but it does have some basic details and everything. And then we'll go on to these two things, which is, it's kind of weird. There's two of them. So what I'm assuming this is for is because I'm looking at this figure and it seems like there's these two notches going on over here. So what I think is that this goes on here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm not sure if I got that right or if not. So is there like a left and right lettering here? Because this is not going in as easily. So I probably have this backwards. Okay, that goes in well here. And this one goes in like that. Okay, so I feel like that's how it goes and that's how you finish off the look. Having said that, now we come into these two other accessories, which I think then now has these two printed items that basically you remove this, you remove that, and this one's easier because it is right side up in order to read it. So it goes like that, and then it goes like this. And I wonder if this is supposed to look like that, because technically I think it almost looks like this is something that a pilot looks at when he's sitting on the cockpit like this, in which case this wouldn't be like that, right? It would have to be facing him. So I feel like to correctly put this on, the writing has to be upside down. And look, it fits much better like that. So that way when he's sitting on his cockpit and he's looking at these things, he can read it correctly. I'm not a pilot. I have no idea what these are for, but it seems that's the way it looks. All right. So anyway, okay. Now we're gonna look at the helmet. It's a nice helmet. This helmet feels a lot more malleable than previous helmets. I'm not sure if that would be correct, but it just feels like it. Nice two-tone of the reds and the goggles over there, and then it comes with this one. We saw this something similar with the Baroness. Now the weird thing is, now this particular pilot does come with another head where the visor is cracked, and it looks like that the only difference. No, there is a paint difference between the two, where this one's more dirtier, I guess, as an effect, and it does have some scratches as well there too. And then it comes with a breathing mask as well. One, as you can see, is cleaner, one's more dirtier. And this one does have battle damage as well. That's interesting that they went that far. And then, of course, the breathing apparatus with the hose and everything. Yeah, so this one. Okay, so that's it for the accessories. Let's take a look at the face of Wild Weasel. Now, is this scar, did it occur in conjunction with the broken helmet? I don't know. Or has he always had this scar? I don't know. This is a pretty good head sculpt too, though. It's a pretty handsome guy, Wild Weasel. And he's got a scratch on his lip as well. If this is a new wound coming from this particular flight with the damaged helmet, it's kind of weird that he's kind of seems pretty happy. I bought a spare Cobra Commander from Ross, even though I already have two, because I was thinking of customizing him and putting in a head in the body, and what I was thinking is like I wanted Cobra Commander to look good, like a really good looking guy, and he's hiding it under that helmet, because we usually think of Cobra Commander as an ugly scarred guy, but I wanted him to be like this perfect, and this is the head sculpt that I was thinking of something similar, using this kind of like a handsome looking guy, almost like a Duke like face. Actually, this guy looks almost like a good Duke, better than the Duke that we have. Right? Anyway, there's a blue-eyed Wild Weasel. And there's the helmet. Cobra Airborne. This is a rubber overlay over the body. I guess that's the Rattler insignia. At least they did the two-tone red to keep it a little bit more interesting. Here's the body, holster, leg holster. That's separate. This one drops down, but it's actually connected. Yeah. That's pretty much it for the detail. Let's look at the articulation. Nice range of movement on the head, as you can see. That's because it's got an articulation at the bottom of the neck and an articulation at the top of the neck. That's why I'm doing all these batch reviews, so I just came off of doing the ISB Tactical. That's why this guy looks. Look at the difference between the two in terms of movement. Look at how much more freer the Cobra Rattler is than this one. You can't even do any kind of nod for this guy. Anyway, articulation is basically the same as any G.I. Joe. Goes up to 90. Has a bicep cut, which the ISB Tactical did not. Has no pinholes. Pins are completely covered up. Double jointed on the elbow. Nice range. The hands go in and out. Oh no, they go up and down. And this one is also up and down. My joints are kind of stiff. This is the first time I've played with them. Articulation at the waist, which is a bowl cut, which is good. And there is articulation at the rib cage, and it's not a bowl cut. It's one of those hard cuts, which I prefer. Oh, why is there a hole? Oh, I wonder if that's where you go. Oh, yeah, it is. Anyway, see? So you got a lot of range on the torso. Nice movement on the leg. Almost 90. Outward, not 90, about 75 maybe. Nothing much going, about 45 degrees going backwards. Thigh cut. Double jointed on the knees. There is no boot cuts. The ankle goes high like that, goes down like so, and an ankle rocker. So putting this thing together, I've noticed that big hole over there. So that's probably for that. Okay, and we'll put in the helmet that's still in one piece. Look at how that hugs that really, really well. And I suppose you put in the undamaged head. And I'm not much of a G.I. Joe. Well, I'm not knowledgeable in G.I. Joe, but that's the Wild Weasel I remember. Look at that. It's almost, ugh. Again, kind of like with the Baroness. I would almost say, give me a helmeted Wild Weasel, give me an unhelmeted Wild Weasel, and give me that you can put this on, because it's almost a shame to hide that great face behind this. But look at how cleanly that helmet goes in and how well proportioned it is to the body. That's well done. I suppose in this case, oh look, you can even do it like that. That's cool. Put this on. I don't think I'll ever display him like this because the face is too neutral to go with this particular crash damage. And it's funny, this must have, I guess the story is that this damage must have occurred recently or during the flight, because we do have the option with the Rattler where we can display it battle damage, right? And it just so happens that the damage that occurred on the plane is on the same side as this damage over here. Again, I don't think, look, so what happened, how did he cut his lip on this side if the damage is here? So I don't know if this goes well. I don't think I'll ever display him like this. There's something about this that just destroys the sleekness look of this. I like this one much better. Again, I kind of regret covering up that face, but to be honest, when I think of Wild Weasel, this is what I think of. Hey, come on. It's a little bit more rubbery, so there's, instead of going in, there's a resistance. Just gotta press it in and eventually it'll go in. It's not going in well. Don't make me pull out a tool. Please don't make me pull out a tool. Okay, it goes in. Okay. Yeah. I prefer, I'm gonna display him like this. A shame that I'm having to hide the face, but that's the way it is. I prefer this look of Wild Weasel. So this, I'm gonna put in the bag. This is probably gonna get lost. I'll keep these two out and everything. So that's it for Wild Weasel. So value, again, just like the Baroness, I'll give it a value of 12. I do regret, again, just like the Baroness, how I kind of want to display him with the head and this helmet at the same time, but I can't. The same thing with the Baroness. With this one, I'll keep the helmet on because that looks good. With the Baroness, I'll keep it off because I think that works much better. I'll give a value of 12. Base price 10, equaling to, I'll put in $24.95 as I did with Baroness, the old price, rather than the new one. And yeah, I mean, it's got everything that I need for this figure, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I definitely wanted to get it. So that's it for my review of Wild Weasel from the Rattler Haslab 1/6 scale GHO classified, value of 12. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next review. Bye.